Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to all honourable and right honourable members across the House for their contributions to this debate. My honourable friend from Mansfield said that this was a constructive and thoughtful debate, sadly sometimes too rare in this House, and I agree with him. I think it has been extremely considered. Colleagues have given considered contributions, and it is clear that there is much common ground between us, because the fact is we all want this violent crime to stop. And this bill is a tool in which we are, as a government and I hope across the House, trying to tackle this very, very serious issue. It's apparent that everyone is committed to tackle violent crime head-on, and rightly so, because recorded knife and gun crime are on the increase, and honourable members will know the devastating impact these crimes have on communities across the country, not just in London. Before I go on to deal with the bill itself, it is worth reflecting on why the legislation is necessary. From a teenage son stabbed to death outside a shop in Camden, or a 15-year-old killed in Romford at the weekend, a man in Liverpool whose arm was severed by a machete in a county lines punishment, to the fatal stabbings in Wolverhampton, Ipswich, Sheffield. All of these crimes, and many more in every part of this country, have left behind them grieving families and devastated communities. One of the most important parts of my role, Mr. Speaker, I consider to be meeting the victims and the grieving families of these terrible crimes. It is an essential part of my job. It is why, when I stand here at the dispatch box, I speak not just from my speech but from the heart. It is for those people that I am helping the government take this legislation through. And we are clear that this is just a part of our strategy to tackle serious violence. We published the serious violence strategy in April, and the emphasis in that strategy is on the themes that we've heard so much about today. It's about early intervention, it's about prevention, it's about the community drawing together, relying on local partners, as my honourable friend for Solihull talked about. It's about us working together to see this not just as a law enforcement issue, important though that is, but as a societal issue as well. And so the measures in this bill will strengthen the powers available to the police to deal with such crimes. Because when a family has suffered a terrible crime, they of course want to feel that the police have the powers they need to bring the offenders to justice. And so the measures in the bill are not going to solve all the crimes involving knives, guns and corrosives by themselves, but they are important. We must pursue and prosecute those who commit violent crimes, and the bill will give the police and others the powers they need to do this.